Imagine this. A single spice that has sat quietly in your kitchen for years may hold the secret to sleeping through the night without constant trips to the bathroom. For many seniors in both America and India, broken sleep feels unavoidable, something tied to age itself. Yet, what if I told you that chewing this familiar spice for just 60 seconds before bed could calm your bladder, relax your body, and restore the deep rest you thought was gone forever? Sleep is not only about feeling rested in the morning. It is the very time your brain repairs memory, your heart restores rhythm, and your immune system gathers strength. When frequent urination wakes you 2 or 3 times each night, those vital repairs are cut short. The result is fatigue, foggy thinking, and even a higher risk of falls. That is why the discovery of this gentle remedy feels almost miraculous, because it works with your body rather than against it. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this simple spice can become your quiet ally, and why doctors now believe timing and habit matter just as much as medicine. Before we begin, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Where are you watching this video? What time are you watching it? Please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe so you never miss a future tip designed for your health and peace of mind. The real causes of nighttime urination. As we grow older, the body quietly changes in ways that are easy to miss yet powerful in their effect. One of the most important changes happens with a hormone called vasopressin, which helps your kidneys slow down urine production at night. When you were younger, this hormone works strongly in the evening, allowing your bladder to stay calm for 6 or 7 hours of deep rest. After 60, however, vasopressin production declines and the kidneys keep filtering fluids at nearly the same pace as the daytime. The result is more urine produced at the very hours when your body needs peace, pulling you out of sleep and sending you toward the bathroom again and again. Alongside this hormonal shift, the bladder itself becomes more sensitive with age. In your younger years, it could comfortably hold nearly 16 ounces of fluid before sending a clear signal to the brain. But after 60, the nerves along the bladder wall grow more reactive. Even when only half a cup of liquid has collected, the brain receives an urgent message that says, "Wake up now." This does not mean your bladder is broken. It means the threshold has lowered. And what once felt normal now triggers a restless night. For many elders, this constant signaling becomes the source of quiet frustration, as though their body is betraying them during the very hours of rest. On top of these natural changes, daily habits often make things worse without us realizing it. Drinking 2 glasses of water with dinner, enjoying a bowl of soup after sunset, or sipping a comforting cup of warm milk close to bedtime all seem harmless. Yet each of these adds more liquid right before the body is trying to rest. The kidneys, already less efficient, are forced to keep working and the bladder fills at the wrong time. What feels like a small indulgence becomes a hidden trigger that steals deep sleep, leaving the mind foggy and the body tired the next morning. Let me share 2 stories that may feel familiar. In Texas, a retired gentleman believed his broken nights were simply the price of turning 70. He stopped evening walks, blamed old age, and quietly accepted the fatigue. In Kerala, a graceful grandmother thought the same, certain her constant trips to the washroom were inevitable. Yet both of them discovered that it was not age alone, but their habits. Late drinks, warm soups, and untimed routines that caused their discomfort. With gentle adjustments, both found that nights grew calmer, mornings grew lighter, and hope quietly returned. So if you are struggling with these nightly awakenings, remember this truth. Aging is not a punishment. Your body is still listening. By understanding the real causes and shifting small habits, you can guide yourself back toward the healing rhythm of undisturbed sleep. Miracle Spice. There is a humble spice that has traveled across generations, resting quietly in kitchen shelves, often overlooked despite its hidden strength. This spice is fennel, a familiar seed known for its gentle sweetness and soothing aroma used in countless recipes across the world. When chewed slowly for 60 seconds before bed, fennel does something remarkable for the aging body. It calms the bladder, eases hidden tension, and allows the nervous system to prepare for rest. Timing, however, is the secret. If taken too early, its calming effect fades before sleep arrives. If taken too late, digestion interferes with the body's readiness to rest. But when enjoyed at the right hour, about 1 hour before bedtime, fennel's quiet power begins to work, offering elders a chance to lie down without fear of another restless night. Science gives us a gentle explanation for this almost miraculous effect. Fennel seeds contain natural oils rich in compounds like methyl and antioxidants that reduce inflammation. For older adults, the bladder lining often becomes slightly irritated, sending false alarms to the brain that it must empty. These compounds soothe the bladder wall and reduce unnecessary contractions, helping the organ hold comfortably without constant signaling. Just as importantly, fennel relaxes smooth muscles in the urinary tract, which eases pressure and restores balance to the system. In simple words, chewing fennel for 60 seconds teaches your bladder to remain calm, allowing your mind to drift into deeper sleep. For many seniors, this means fewer midnight trips to the bathroom, a steadier heart rhythm, and a clearer mind when morning comes. Beyond the science, fennel carries a cultural story that feels both familiar and surprising. Bananas also contain vitamin B6, which plays a hidden but powerful role in producing serotonin and melatonin, the body's natural sleep chemicals. Without enough B6, the brain struggles to make the hormones that signal rest to every cell. That's why seniors who lack B6 often describe sleep as shallow or easily broken. By providing this vitamin in a gentle food-based way, bananas help the body set its natural sleep rhythm again. In practical terms, this means you are more likely to enter deep sleep stages where memory is restored, energy is rebuilt, and the bladder's nerves are less reactive. There is also a quieter advantage. Bananas are naturally low in acid compared to many other fruits. Citrus fruits like oranges or pineapples can irritate the bladder, lowering urine pH and making the nerves more sensitive. For someone already waking 2 or 3 times a night, even small amounts of acid can tip the balance. Bananas, by contrast, are gentle. They do not burn or overstimulate the bladder lining. An elderly teacher from Delhi once said, "I replaced my evening orange with a banana and within a week my nights became quieter." It wasn't a miracle, just biology working in her favor. Taken together, potassium relaxes, magnesium calms, B6 supports sleep hormones, and low acidity protects the bladder. It is a rare combination packed into one familiar fruit that you probably already have in your kitchen. That is why doctors often call bananas nature's sleeping pill. Not because they sedate you, but because they prepare your body for natural rest. And unlike medication, there are no side effects when eaten wisely. So the next time you look at a banana, don't just see a snack. See it as a small, powerful ally in your journey toward peaceful, uninterrupted nights. When should seniors eat bananas to reduce nighttime urination? The timing of when you eat a banana can make just as much difference as the banana itself. Many seniors assume that eating it right before bed will help them sleep. But in reality, this can backfire. A banana eaten too late, say at 9:30 or 10 p.m., can add fluid, fiber, and mild digestive activity right when your body is trying to wind down. For someone with a sensitive bladder, even this small stimulation may create extra urgency during the night. The most helpful time is usually in the early evening between 5 and 6 p.m. or about 1 to 2 hours after dinner. This gives the body enough time to absorb the potassium, magnesium, and B6 while still allowing the stomach and bladder to settle before bedtime. Think of it as preparing the stage for sleep rather than rushing the process at the last minute. A retired nurse in California shared that she began eating her banana at 6 p.m. with a few almonds, and within 2 weeks she noticed she could sleep 5 hours straight instead of waking every 2. Another important tip is to avoid pairing bananas with heavy evening drinks. A banana with a glass of milk at 8:30 p.m. may sound comforting, but for many older adults, that combination increases fluid load and lactose-related bloating, both of which can disturb the bladder. Instead, keep the banana simple and at room temperature. In India, many elders peel and slice it into a small bowl, eating it slowly while chatting with family. In the US, others enjoy it with a thin spread of peanut butter as an early evening snack. Both approaches work as long as you respect the timing. And here is a gentle reminder. If you take evening medications, it is best to separate them from your banana snack by at least an hour. This prevents digestive overlap and ensures your medicine is absorbed properly. With small adjustments like this, you not only help your bladder stay calmer, but also support your overall health. When it comes to bananas, remember it is not just about eating them, but eating them at the right moment. By shifting this habit slightly earlier, you give your body the best chance to rest deeply and wake refreshed. How should seniors eat bananas for the best results? Knowing when to eat a banana is only half the solution. Understanding how to eat it makes the difference between comfort and discomfort. For seniors, the first rule is to choose bananas that are ripe but not overripe. A ripe banana with small brown spots on the peel is easier to digest, provides steady energy, and is less likely to cause bloating. Overripe bananas, on the other hand, may ferment more quickly in the stomach, creating gas and pressure that irritate the bladder during the night. The second rule is to keep it simple. Many older adults enjoy bananas straight from the fridge, but cold bananas can trigger bladder sensitivity and upset digestion. Room temperature bananas are gentler, especially in the evening. If you prefer variety, you can slice the banana into warm oatmeal, mix it into a small bowl of yogurt in the afternoon, or pair it with a spoonful of almond butter. These combinations add protein and fiber, which help the body release sugar more slowly and prevent nighttime spikes in energy. The third guideline is to avoid mixing bananas with foods or drinks that already stress the bladder. For example, pairing bananas with coffee, black tea, or citrus juice cancels out the calming effect and may worsen nighttime urination. Instead, think of bananas as a standalone snack or part of a light early evening meal. A grandmother in Texas shared how she switched her late-night dessert of ice cream and fruit salad to a simple banana with oats at 6:30 p.m. Within a week, she noticed her bathroom trips decreased and her mornings felt more energetic. Lastly, portion size matters. One medium banana is usually enough for seniors. Eating 2 or 3 at once may overload the digestive system with potassium and fiber, creating discomfort. Moderation keeps the benefits strong without burdening the body. The way you eat bananas is just as important as the timing. Choose ripe room temperature bananas. Enjoy them with simple bladder-friendly foods and keep portions moderate. These small adjustments allow the banana to do what it does best: quiet your bladder, relax your nerves, and prepare you for a night of deep healing sleep. Common mistakes seniors make when eating bananas. Even though bananas are one of the most senior-friendly fruits, small mistakes in how they are eaten can quietly undo their benefits. The first mistake is eating bananas right before bed. Many elders believe a late banana will act like a sleeping pill. But the truth is more complicated. A banana eaten at 9:30 or 10 p.m. still requires digestion, which activates the stomach and can place gentle pressure on the bladder. For someone already sensitive to nighttime urges, this often means a trip to the bathroom just a few hours later. A retired teacher in Chicago admitted she thought a banana at bedtime would help her drift off, but instead she was waking twice by dawn. Once she shifted her snack earlier in the evening, her nights became calmer. The second mistake is eating too many bananas in one day. Because they are soft and sweet, it is easy to enjoy 2 or even 3 at once. But for seniors, an overload of potassium called hyperkalemia can be risky for heart health, especially for those taking blood pressure or kidney medications. Too much potassium can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and unnecessary strain on the kidneys. A single medium banana provides the right balance. More is rarely needed. A gentleman in Hyderabad learned this the hard way. After eating multiple bananas daily, believing more is better, his doctor gently reminded him that with age, moderation is safety. The third common mistake is eating bananas straight from the refrigerator. Cold fruits may feel refreshing, but for an aging digestive system, chilled food can irritate the stomach lining and even trigger bladder sensitivity. This is particularly true at night when the body is winding down and less prepared for cold foods. Warm or room temperature bananas are far gentler and preserve the calming benefits for both digestion and bladder control. Another overlooked mistake is combining bananas with the wrong foods. A banana smoothie with milk may sound nutritious, but dairy can increase mucus production, slow digestion, and cause nighttime bloating in many seniors. Similarly, mixing bananas with acidic fruits like oranges or pineapples reduces their bladder-friendly qualities. Instead, pair bananas with oats, a handful of nuts, or simply eat them on their own. These combinations are light, balanced, and much easier for the body to handle in the evening. Finally, some seniors make the mistake of treating bananas as a cure-all while ignoring other habits that matter. Eating a banana will not prevent nighttime urination if you are still drinking 2 cups of tea at 8 p.m. or enjoying salty pickles that make you thirsty after dinner. Bananas are powerful allies, but they work best when supported by thoughtful routines. The hopeful news is that every one of these mistakes is easy to fix. By eating bananas earlier in the evening, keeping the portion to 1 medium fruit, choosing room temperature over cold, and pairing them with simple foods, seniors can transform this humble fruit into a true friend of their bladder and their sleep. With just a few mindful changes, the banana can stop being a source of frustration and become a nightly gift, helping restore the deep, peaceful rest your body still remembers. Stories from seniors. Sometimes the most powerful lessons come not from science alone, but from the quiet stories of seniors who have lived through the struggle of waking up at night. Take the example of Mr. Thompson, a 75-year-old from Ohio. For years he believed frequent urination was just his destiny. He stopped drinking water after dinner, skipped his evening walks, and even tried sleeping pills. Yet nothing worked. His nights remained broken, and his mornings were filled with exhaustion. When his doctor suggested moving his evening fruit from oranges to a single banana at 6 p.m., he was skeptical. But within 2 weeks he noticed something remarkable. He was waking only once instead of 3 times, and he finally felt rested enough to enjoy breakfast with his grandchildren. In India, a similar story came from Sushi Maji, age 70, living in Pune. She cherished her 9 p.m. cup of chai and a small plate of watermelon, believing it kept her cool through the night. Yet she found herself awake at 2 a.m. almost every day, sometimes more than once. When her daughter explained that late fluids were the culprit and suggested replacing them with a banana earlier in the evening, she reluctantly agreed. Within a week, her bathroom trips dropped dramatically, and she shared with joy, "I never knew one small change could give me back my sleep." Then there is Gloria, a retired school teacher in Texas. She had always loved bananas but avoided them, thinking they were too sugary for her age. After learning about potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, she reintroduced a banana as part of her 5:30 p.m. snack with a handful of walnuts. She was surprised to find not only fewer nighttime awakenings, but also calmer legs and deeper relaxation before bed. For her, the banana became more than food. It became a signal to her body that it was time to slow down and prepare for rest. These stories remind us that solutions do not always come from complex treatments. Sometimes they come from listening to the body, respecting its changes, and making gentle adjustments. A banana eaten wisely can be more powerful than expected. And if others have found relief through small changes, there is real hope that you can too. Combining bananas with other helpful habits. While bananas can play a powerful role in calming the bladder and supporting sleep, they work best when combined with other simple habits. Think of the banana as one piece of a larger puzzle, valuable on its own, but far more effective when supported by daily routines that respect the body's natural rhythm. One important habit is light movement during the day after 60. Many seniors notice swelling in the ankles or calves by evening. This fluid buildup doesn't always look dramatic, but when you lie down at night, the fluid shifts back toward the kidneys. As a result, the kidneys suddenly process more liquid, filling the bladder right when you're trying to rest. Gentle walking in the morning, stretching the legs, or even simple chair exercises can move this fluid earlier in the day. A grandfather in Michigan shared that after adding a short stroll around the block each morning, his nighttime bathroom trips decreased even before changing his diet. When he paired that walk with a banana snack at 6 p.m., his sleep improved dramatically. The second habit is mindful eating at dinner. Heavy salty meals late at night create two hidden problems. They increase thirst, leading to more drinking after sunset, and they also stimulate the bladder nerves through extra fluid. Replacing pickles or fried snacks with steamed vegetable soups or lightly seasoned rice can make evenings much easier on the body. In Indian households where pickles and papads are common, simply shifting these salty foods to lunchtime can prevent nighttime urgency. The banana adds balance here, providing minerals without creating extra thirst. Another helpful adjustment is controlling evening drinks. Many older adults find comfort in tea, coffee, or even warm milk before bed. But these choices add fluid at the exact wrong time. Caffeine and certain herbal teas also act as diuretics, forcing the bladder into action. Replacing late-night drinks with small sips of warm water, and eating your banana earlier in the evening reduces the burden on both kidneys and bladder. Sleep environment also plays a quiet role. Thick blankets, tight pajamas, or overheated rooms make the body sweat, triggering thirst signals and increasing kidney activity. Seniors in both hot Indian summers and centrally heated American homes often underestimate this. By wearing light cotton sleepwear, keeping a window slightly open, or using a fan, the body stays cool and less restless. Combined with the calming minerals in a banana, this creates a smoother transition into deeper sleep. Together, these habits create a rhythm. Move fluids out of the legs during the day. Eat a light and early dinner. Choose a banana as your evening snack. Reduce late drinks and sleep in a cool, comfortable environment. Each step is small, but the effect is powerful. Instead of feeling trapped by aging, you begin to see that your choices still shape your nights. And that is the hopeful truth. Bananas may be the gentle anchor, but it is your daily habits that turn the tide. By combining both, you give yourself the best chance to enjoy quiet nights and refreshed mornings. Closing message. As we have seen, nighttime urination is not simply an unavoidable part of aging. It is the result of changes in hormones, a more sensitive bladder, and evening habits that can quietly disturb sleep. The encouraging news is that you are not powerless. By making small adjustments, especially with something as humble as a banana, you can support your body in ways that medicine alone often cannot. A ripe room temperature banana in the early evening provides potassium to relax the bladder, magnesium to calm the nerves, and vitamin B6 to support sleep hormones. When paired with light movement during the day, mindful dinners, and a comfortable sleep environment, this simple fruit becomes a gentle ally for seniors in both America and India. It offers not only nourishment but also hope. The hope of waking refreshed, steady on your feet and ready to embrace the day with energy. Remember, the goal is not perfection but consistency. One banana will not change everything overnight, but 7 evenings in a row can show you what your body is still capable of. It is not about strict diets or expensive supplements, but about listening to your body, respecting its rhythm, and offering it the quiet support it needs. So tonight, instead of fearing the bathroom trips that may come, take a small step earlier in the evening. Peel a banana, enjoy it slowly, and trust that your body remembers how to rest. If you found this message helpful, I would love to hear from you. Share in the comments what time of day do you usually eat your fruit. And if you are ready to try this 7-day banana experiment, simply write the word HOPE. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell icon, and share this with a friend who may also be longing for peaceful nights.